you are unfortunately.
But you know who can sleep on the sofa bed? The father of the groom. The father of the groom. And you know who else
But
can
he
sleep
might
on
be
the sofa bed?
contributing.
The bride. The bride. I feel you can sleep on it, Sarah.
You know the drama is never ending. Don't let it get the best of you.
And we are live.
Hi everyone, how you love? How you doing?
You're feeling great out today. All right, darling.
Hey up, duck. You all right, babes?
Oh, that's a Nottingham thing, isn't it?
Duck.
Hey up, duck.
Ducky.
Yeah. We didn't really catch on to that though.
No, and neither are our mums.
No, our mums. But I do.
It's thick, deep Nottingham, that is.
Yeah.
Duck.
Yeah.
Ducky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know one of
Like
my
that. Hey
aunties
up.
who's not my auntie. She's a duck. Have a duck.
Really?
Yeah.
It is endearing.
It's cute. And also, like, it's a little ducky. Like, it's really cute.
Yes.
When you think about it.
Men say it too.
Yeah.
To women.
All right, duck.
It's like a duck.
Have a duck.
Yeah.
I think it's quite cute.
It is
actually.
cute, duck.
Yeah, it doesn't come naturally
Not
to
at
me
all,
though.
not at all, Sophia, not at all.
But that's deep Nottingham core, that is.
Deep
duck.
call. It is. Are you up, duck?
Hit
You're
me,
right,
duck.
duck. Hello, love. You're right, love. That's not Nottingham love.
No.
As in like that. Duck.
Me duck.
Hey up me duck.
No, that's Scouse.
Yeah, what am I doing?
Just say it how you've got a Nottingham. Just say
Hey
it
up
how
me
you'd
duck.
say it.
Duck hair? It's duck hair. Duck. What am I doing? Where am I from? I'm not from Liverpool.
You ain't from Liverpool.
Because my favourite thing that I've picked up that is apparently a Liverpudlian Scouse thing is knocks me sick.
Is that
Knocks
Scouse
me sick,
thing?
bah.
I have to say, a Scouse is one of my favourite accents.
Me too. It's
I
very
love
soothing, very calm. Knocks me sick.
Yeah.
Say that?
Knocks me sick.
Yeah, sick. Knocks me sick.
Like a bunch of women having a good gossip over like a coffee in a Liverpudlian accent. I just think that is
there is
womanhood.
this Liverpudlian lady who I've discovered on TikTok,
Go on then.
and she's got a husband, Barry, and she's got 2 daughters, and she films plating up her dinner every night and bits
Love.
and bobs, and she's Scouse, thick
I love
Scouse,
it.
and it's the best content. And they're like arguing, shouting. She's shouting at Barry. She's calling him a dickhead. You dickhead. You're a dickhead. Oh, you prick. You prick. Like every video, I'll have to show you later. But they love each other so much.
Yeah.
And she's like, you prick.
Term of endearment.
Yeah. Like they're plating up their Nando's.
Oh, an accent just so interesting.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Because Liverpool is also quite small.
Yes.
So the fact that thick accent
Yeah.
is so concentrated in that little area.
Yeah.
And then it's just fascinating.
And what we learnt with Mark when we were on tour was the beef between the Wirral.
The Wirral. Are you a wolf or a wolf?
Yes, that was it.
The Wirral. Mark was like, that's the Wirral. You see that in the distance?
Yes.
That's the Wirral.
Because if you're from the Wirral, apparently you're not a real Scouse, but they pretend they are a real Scouse.
But people from Liverpool go, you ain't from Liverpool. You're
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
Wirral.
yeah. If you're from the Wirral, you're over the
I hope
fucking
we've got
river.
that right. I'm sorry if we haven't.
I think we do, because it's like, you wolf, you a wool?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, over the river, you're the Wirral. That's not Liverpool.
And apparently
You're
that's
not
where
Scouse.
Nicola's from Girls Aloud.
Yes.
So apparently when it was Girls Aloud, I was like, it's good to be home. And everyone was like, this ain't your home. You're from the Wirral.
Yeah, you're from the Wirral, babes. Yeah, what is the wolf and then what is the wool? Is the wool the Wirral?
I don't know. We're clutching at straws.
Yeah, knocks
but-
me sick.
Yeah.
Knocks me sick. Sounds
Love
quite
it.
nice in our voice. Oh, that knocks me sick.
Knocks me sick.
Because it does. Some things, oh, that knocks me sick. That's my favourite thing to say. Oh, it knocks me sick.
Well, happy Wednesday, everybody.
So,
We'd like to officially welcome you back.
And speaking of like sayings, hey,
yeah.
and like, you know, slogans,
Yeah.
question of the week.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at that transition.
Really well done, hey?
Sometimes it just happens.
We bullet pointed this episode, planned it all out, you guys.
So, question of the week is...
Knocks me sick.
Knocks me fucking sick.
Knocks me sick, that stinks. You prick.
Just the abuse in the language.
It really, like, it makes my mouth quite dry.
So we've got here,
Yes.
I'm excited about this,
Yes.
workplace jargon that you hate /don't understand.
We need to knock on Grace's door for this. Grace,
yeah.
I'm going to circle back round.
Let's just put a pin in this and just circle back in the next week. I'm just bumping this top of your inbox. Just chasing
bump
back
this.
here. Sorry to chase, but I just like to.
I'm going to bump this up here.
Here we go. Let's circle back. I'm
gonna pop my slips
It's
off.
always let's circle back on this.
Yeah, always a circle back.
Oh yeah, just end of play. End of play.
What's end of-
EOP. Just get it to me by end of play.
Yeah, and EOD.
And it's like
what's EOD?
end of day.
EOW?
End of play.
What's
end of
play?
play is like, end of play.
What
by
does
like,
that mean?
5, 6.
Oh.
Like end of working hours.
But would you not say
end of
EOD?
day, but end of play is like, by like 3, 4.
By the
end of
working day,
play,
but then end of day is literally by the end of the day.
I guess. But like end of day really should be like 6 p.m.
Right.
But some people like to go with end of play.
Wow.
Ping me an email.
I'm just going to ping you this.
Ping me an
If you just
email.
ping it over to me, Sarah
We've got
Susan,
enough-
that'd be great.
We've got another one here, close of play. People are just making these up.
But the close of play, please.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah. Oh, nice to meet you, Sarah.
Um,
It's lovely to meet you, Susan.
just looking for something high level, which is an overview, should be low level. We just keep it quite high level.
What does that mean?
Someone put laughing at our use of the word jargon.
Jargon. Workplace jargon.
Abbreviations for everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
EOP, EOD. Just
Yeah.
say the goddamn words they've said. Collection, kitty for birthdays, leaving presents.
Kitty. What does that mean?
Like a kitty. Like, I'll put it in the kitty. I'm getting a kitty.
I've never heard that before.
What?
In the kitty? What's a kitty?
Like, just like, oh, it's Sarah's birthday at the end of the week. Just put it in, like, contribute anything into the kitty, like workplace kitty.
I have never heard that before.
Just like a pot. Like
pot.
everyone chuck £2 into the pot.
Into
But into the kitty.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
All right. well, by the end of the day-
Low hanging fruit. What does that mean in the workplace?
Low-hanging balls.
Just low hanging fruit. It's easy to grab. Slow hanging fruit. That we may as well get it.
Oh,
That's what my assumption of this
Low-hanging
is.
fruit.
The powers that be.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
like the upper
I haven't seen
powers.
this one. KIV, keep in view.
Give.
Get it to me, Cobb. What does that mean? Close of business. It's gotta
Get it to me, Cobb. Susan, get it to me,
be.
Cobb.
Let's circle back again. Let's get the low hanging fruit first.
Why is everyone
Absolutely.
talking about
Let's take
that?
this offline. I work for the MOD. I understand nothing. They talk in riddles.
What's the
Oh,
MOD?
BAU. Business as usual.
BAU. Oh, it's BAU here in the
I've
office
referred
today.
to it corporate. Aren't we all working in a corporate environment?
Just circling back.
What have we got here? We don't need to boil the ocean here. What does that even mean?
Does that mean like we don't need to reach for the stars?
Yeah, we don't need to
we
do the whole
can't
thing.
boil the ocean. Sarah, Susan, your head's in the clouds a bit. We don't need to boil the ocean, Susan. Your ideas
Staying
are a
in
bit.
comms,
Yes,
keeping comms.
staying in comms.
The most popular one here is let's circle back.
We should ask Grace what her favourite one is.
Hers is end of play. I've noticed her
EOP,
saying it. I'm like,
EOP.
what does that mean?
EOP. Let's just,
I'm a
introduce
barista.
ourselves. Let's just we
Top
had a call.
line, introduce
We had a
ourselves.
call the other day. And
Oh,
it was like,
God.
can everyone just introduce yourselves? Let everyone know what you're working on here, and introduce yourself.
And then they wanted us to introduce ourselves. So it's like, you've invited us on this call.
Yeah. Hello, my name's Susan. I work at the marketing.
I just work across the agency.
Yeah,
And I'm the people that's actually
I'm actually the agency rep, so I work across all people, all
Meanwhile,
place.
Susan's camera off, mic off.
Yeah.
She's walking around the shops.
yeah.
We've got one here. I'm a barista.
Okay.
And my colleagues say drinking from the same cup if you have the same idea. Oh, so if we've got the same idea. Oh, we're drinking from the same cup we are.
Okay, so that's just barista jargon.
That's barista jargon.
Oh.
That's Cafe Nero jargon.
No,
that
we're
is.
drinking from the same cup, me and you, Suze.
We're drinking from the same cup. Yeah, we're speaking
Don't
the same
boil
language.
the ocean.
You
We
know
can't
that.
boil the ocean here today.
Look, let's not boil the ocean.
Let's
okay?
circle it back round. Let's just grab the low-hanging fruit because we can't boil the ocean today.
By close of play.
Yeah.
Okay,
Preferably
let's see.
by EOD, but if by
Oh,
COD.
another one here. Let's not reinvent the wheel. I like that.
That's giving me like a man saying that. Let's not reinvent the wheel.
Yeah,
here,
we don't need to
Susan.
reinvent the wheel.
Oh, fuck off, Peter.
Peter.
You twat.
This is me. Workplace talk. What you got for dinner tonight at 9 a.m. I'm so guilty of that.
What you having for
I ask
dinner
everyone that question.
tonight? I'm thinking about bangers and mash. Oh, that knocks me sick, that Susan, that.
Just touching base.
Yeah, just touching base.
Honestly, all I'm seeing here is circling back.
Circling back is the best one because really it means, have you fucking seen this email? You better fucking reply to me, you fucking twat.
Circling back also just means can't be asked to do this now. Let's do this
Yes.
later. Let's circle back at the end of the week.
Oh, well, I thought it was like, I'm chasing you. I'm just circling back on this. Waiting for a reply. I'm just circling back.
I'm seeing like, oh, let's circle back end of week.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh, so-
let's come back to this.
Yes. I feel
Brilliant.
If I had to send a lot of emails to like chase for things, I'd just be like,
Just following up.
hi,
Get back to me.
get back to me.
Just checking in here.
Yeah. Not even a thanks, kind wishes, just sign up with Jinsia.
All lowercase.
Yeah, all lowercase, no full stops,
No punctuation.
no
inside.
hope you're well, just hi. What, you know, can I get a response on this today?
Yeah.
Not even a please.
But if we were in the corporate world,
Because
we
you're going to
would
scare
be,
people in the corporate
we
world.
would be highly trained on email.
Would we?
Yeah, I think so.
But then we might have quite the
Because think
edge
of
if
Grace.
we weren't.
Like she's very highly trained on
very,
email.
very skilled, very skilled.
It's professional.
She's very skilled on Zoom, very skilled with the, okay, so let's close
With
that.
leading.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And bring it to a
She's
close.
got all the jargon.
She
She's
has got the
all
jargon.
the jargon, yeah. Okay, so we'll let you know the availability. We can circle back on email.
Yeah.
That's it. We'll circle back on email.
Yeah.
Like we can end the conversations on
face-to-face.
Zoom. We'll
Yeah.
circle back.
I've got a few
on
notes
email.
that I'll probably send over via email.
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
I'll let you know the girls' availability
Yeah,
on email.
On email.
And we'll circle back then.
AKA, when can you be asked to do this?
And hopefully by the EOW,
We will have locked in a date.
yeah, we will have locked in the date and you will send us the new revised plans. The revised PDF.
That's
The
more the look
revised
and feel.
designs. We're pros.
Jargon here and jargon there. All right,
Jargon.
guys. Well, it's girl talk.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Do love me a girl talk.
We have a crazy one, hey?
We've got some good stuff.
Good stuff, good stuff.
So I feel like we said this last week, but we're going to say it again. We're going to try and get through these quick so we
Absolutely.
can tick more off.
Absolutely. Well, it's about efficiency and it's about just getting down to the
Absolutely.
point. And it's just all about that, really, because we're going to circle back at the end of the day.
Because we're going to circle back at the end of the week.
Basically,
Let's just grab the low-hanging fruit.
exactly. We're not trying
We're
to
not
boil
trying
the
to
ocean here.
We're not trying to reinvent
Yeah,
the wheel
yeah.
here.
Look, as we say in our intro, we are not professionals. We are not doctors. So we're just grabbing the low-hanging fruits, all right? We're not trying to boil the ocean, all right? Not trying to boil some pasta in this
Not
fucking
trying to
ocean.
reinvent the microphone.
Yeah, we're not trying to reinvent. We're not trying to reinvent the microphone.
Just trying to
That's a
grab
good
the
one. We're not
low-hanging
trying to
fruit.
reinvent the microphone. So,
Right,
Someone say that in a boardroom and it would get no
Settle
laughs.
down. Boardroom's in session.
we're not trying to reinvent the television, are we, Sarah? That's such a.
Have you seen
just
that woman on
small talk.
TikTok that just like does acting out of like those Zooms?
No,
Oh my god, she's so
I've not
funny.
seen Zoom acting out.
Yes, she's this girl, and she's just like has these impressions of like different types of colleagues, and she just hits the
Oh!
nail on the head every
have
time.
you seen the man who the Australian man?
No,
And he does an impression of the of the colleague who's got no life, the boring colleague, and it's quite sad. Everyone's like, I fear this is me. I fear this is me. It's like, so tonight I'm actually going to try a new milk.
that's me.
Yeah, and it's just like, so tonight I'm actually, oh God, me and Peter were talking about it, and we just thought oat milk is just no good.
my God,
it's just
it's
no
me.
good. So we just thought that we would just
do an
buy a bunch of
experiment.
different milks. We've got almonds, we've got pistachio, we've got semi, we've got even full fat regular milk, and we just thought we would try them all out tonight and just see if there's something new we could try, because oat milk, it's not good for us. It's not good for my gut. So that is what we're going to do tonight. We're actually just going to figure out what is going to be our new milk. It's just like, that is all of us.
Sophia Cool.
Yeah. He's funny, this Australian man. Yeah, me and
He
Peter.
sounds like a lovely person to sit next
yeah,
to.
me and Peter.
I'd say, oh my God, report
What
your
did you do?
findings. Let me know.
Yeah,
You tell me what's
yeah.
best.
So what did you do
By
the weekend?
EFP.
So
Did a big milk.
so obviously we did the milk and we went a big long walk. Oh God, it was so cold out. So I had to go buy gloves because it was so freezing. I had to get some gloves, and I had to actually buy a hat as well because I was so cold. Just like unnecessary detail. But it's so us. It's so me.
us coded.
Yeah, it's literally me. Yeah.
And then I'm going to ask her what you're having for dinner at 9 a.m.
Yeah. Well, actually, we're going to try new sausage tonight for the bangers and mash. Usually I get these ones from Tesco, but they were sold out. So I was like, oh my God, now we have to try a different sausage. So I just
That's
felt like...
also so Fiona.
Yeah, so I thought I might go to Asda and try and find the sausage, but I thought, no, I'm already in Tesco, so I didn't know which sausage to buy. So some were on sale, and so I got these discount ones, and got the Tesco extra special ones. I'm not sure how they're going to go tonight, but me and Peter are going to try them.
We're going to put one batch in the air fryer, one batch in the oven, one batch
tell
on the
the
grill.
difference between the different sausages, because we just had a craving for sausage and mash.
Too scared to ever ask him a question.
Yeah.
You never know where it's going to stop.
Yeah. Oh,
Right. Well, after all that role play, thank you, Chintzy Bola, for that.
you.
Where the bloody hell do we start this
Well,
week?
I'll have to find you that man.
Yeah, please do. Okay. First dilemma this morning.
So Susan.
We've got a sneaky Susan.
Yeah, Susan.
Hello,
Sneaky
you
Susan.
beautiful souls.
That's very nice.
That's a lovely description. Thank you, Sarah. I am writing in due to a friend's dilemma, which is taking place since the last few months.
So this
which
is
has
not
taken
your
place.
dilemma, Sarah. This is Susan's.
You're taking it out of her hands.
Got it.
I'm a 25-year-old girl from Germany and currently... Hallo, wie geht's?
Hallo, wie geht's? Wie geht's gut?
Ich habe wie heißt du?
Ah, ich gehe ins Kino. Ich habe eine Schwester, einen Bruder
Und einen Hund.
und einen Hund.
Ich habe Wasser getrunken.
Ich habe Pizza
Gegessen.
gegessen.
Just those buzz lines that we know.
Ich habe eine...
Ich habe eine
Ich
Frage.
habe eine Frage. Ich gehe ins Kino.
That just says going to the cinema.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
No, you say, ich gehe ins Kino und ich
Sehr gut.
habe Coke Zero getrunken und...
and also, just appreciate, this is past tense
Yes.
that you're speaking in right now.
So I went to the cinema and I had a Coke Zero.
a Coke Zero.
What's
and
chocolate?
I drank and I ate. Past tense this is.
What's chocolate?
Schokolade.
Schokolade. Und
That could be wrong.
Ich habe Schokolade gegessen.
You were always much better at German than I was.
Sehr gut, sehr
gut.
sehr gut. Oh, what's yummy? Gillich. It was something, it was like...
Can we do the days of the week? Montag,
Montag, Dienstag,
Dienstag, Freitag, that was Friday,
Sonntag.
Sonntag, Saturday, was
Sonntag.
it? Sommertag? No?
Sonntag.
Dienstag.
Dienstag, Sonntag,
What's Wednesday?
Dien.
Was it?
Montag. I did have the natural flair.
You
flair
had
for
the
German.
natural flair for German, 1000%.
Did I?
You really did.
I
I
did.
did not.
I didn't
at
have the
all.
natural flair for French at all.
I did.
Yeah. well
That's
done.
why we helped each other. Yin and yang.
Yeah.
My strengths are her weaknesses are my
Yeah.
strengths.
French, that was gobbledygook.
Okay, so 25-year-old from Germany. I'm currently starting my career as a clinical social worker.
Wow, my mum was a social worker.
What's congratulations in German?
Sehr gut. Sehr gut. Sehr gut, Sarah.
Sehr gut. Over the last 2 years, I have met 2 girls in my master's classes.
Lovely.
And we all became friends immediately.
Got
We
it.
get along really well. We talk about, our childhood traumas, our boyfriends. We gossip. Nothing's off the cards. We're very open. One of the 2, Susan, is quite the opposite of my nature. Whilst I am quite a confident person, don't really have much drama, in my life, she is a bit more drama filled and is constantly being in conflict with random people.
So she's getting herself into all sorts, and you're just like, God, never be me.
She's
But
got
you're
quite
good
a
friends.
turbulent. She's always got a story.
Always
whenever
something
you
going
sit
on.
down with Susan,
Yeah.
she's always got something to tell you.
Yeah.
Her-
Sometimes those are the best friendships, though, because it's
Oh,
like
it's brilliant.
because it's like imagine we were both like that. It'd
No.
be carnage.
we're balancing each other out.
Yeah.
Her view on people and circumstances can be quite negative, which is normally something I tend to avoid in my close circle of friends. There is also the major issue of her gossiping about her other friends, but never talking directly to said person about
To
her
address
feelings.
it.
Yeah. I do not enjoy gossiping at all, especially about people who I call my friends.
And that is always slightly a red flag.
Can be, yeah.
If your friend is, if you deem someone on a level of friendship the same as they may deem their other friend, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they are gossiping about them. It's like, oh well, you must
Be gossiping about
you must
me
be gossiping
to
about
them.
me to them. Yeah.
Here comes the dilemma. I started a new job last year and feel really happy at my new workplace. A couple of weeks later, after I joined, Susan sent me a voice message and told me how I would feel if she were to apply for the same job.
So you got a new job,
Yeah.
and she said, "How would you feel if I also applied?"
Yeah.
Not to take your job though, hey?
No,
Just to be at the same company and the same role.
Yeah. I told her straight away, look, I'm in no position to allow or prohibit anything concerning her career, but that I would not enjoy working amongst friends. Yeah. So you've said, look,
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do, but since you have asked, my preference is not to work with my friends. I like to keep my professional life professional, and I like to keep my friends as my
So
friends.
you said, I don't want to mix business and pleasure.
Well, you're also thinking like, look, I've got a good thing going on here.
Don't get
and I don't
involved,
want
yeah.
you to fuck it up,
Yeah.
basically. I don't want my work people knowing I don't want you
Yeah.
gossiping about my personal life to my work colleagues. I might not be sharing that much information with them.
Yeah.
I also don't want my work colleagues to low-key judge me, because if they don't like you, they might look differently at me.
Yeah.
There's politics that come under
and this
that
is
umbrella.
just like my separate thing that I've got going on.
That's going good as well.
That's
And
going-
also,
yeah.
I'm also still just finding my feet
Exactly.
and building my relationships with these people.
Yeah. But you said, but I can't tell you what to do, but this is how I feel.
Yeah.
So you would hope for that, and that means don't.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're being nice about it, right?
In addition to this, but I haven't told her this bit, I don't want her to bring her negative view into my workplace and talk to me and other people about it all the time. I'm quite concerned about her workplace behavior and do not want people at work to associate my professional behavior with hers.
Got it,
Literally
got it.
what we said.
Got it.
She sent me a quite offended response and told me that she's going to do it anyways, and we will have to find ways to make both friendship and co-working work. And she will apply for the job this year. If she gets it, she will start in June.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, wow. I am pregnant at the moment. What's that in German? You know
It's
that?
congratulations. Oh,
Pregnant. Don't you know that?
let me Google it. Take a guess.
I don't know. I wouldn't even know.
Pregnant in
I couldn't even tell you what mum is in German these days.
Schwanger.
Schwanger. Schwing.
Leiden.
Leiden.
It's heavy. It's like, oh, Leiden. Leiden. Tragend. But it's schwanger. Never heard that before.
Oh, that wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Schwanger.
Schwanger.
Ich bin schwanger. Let's say congratulations. Glückwunsch. We've never heard that. Glückwunsch. Glückwunsch.
Glückwunsch.
Herzlich Glückwunsch. That means big congratulations.
So-
Glückwunsch.
I am pregnant at the moment.
So you're
And
just thinking,
everyone's getting a German lesson today. It's pretty good.
yeah. So you're just thinking, I'm pregnant. They kind of mean, I've kind of said to you, look, I'd rather appreciate not. You said a reasonable reason why I don't want to mix fresh. She said, well, I'm quite offended. I'm going to do it anyway. And you're thinking, I'm pregnant, babes.
Well, she's got here, I am pregnant at the moment and will probably not be working along with her as I am due in June.
Oh, okay. So you'll be off for a year or so, right?
So I thought we will probably not be working together.
Right.
It's not so bad. Maybe
Yeah.
the timings kind of work
Yeah.
out. Last week, whilst catching up, she dropped the news that she applied for the job back in December and wants to start ASAP. Okay, so she's
all guns blazing.
Missed out a few details. She's gone behind your back a little bit.
Oh, so she's forgot. So she applied before she even asked you.
Yes, that's what
Right.
it's come out now.
Right.
I am really concerned about our friendship and don't feel like she is in any ways approachable to talk about our unspoken dispute.
Right.
How would you manage said situation? Should I talk to my workplace? And how can I deal with Susan? Thank you in advance and sending you love from Germany, a desperate and constant listener.
Desperate, constant,
Dankeschön.
and pregnant. Good
Dankeschön.
What was congratulations again? Glückwunsch.
Can't remember.
Right.
Dankeschön, Susan.
Dankeschön, Susan. Right. So she's thinking I could go to my employers here.
Well, I'm a bit confused.
You could go
because
to HR and say, look, you could go, HR is the answer to everyone's
you
problems.
initially said that you met two girls and you became friends immediately. You all get on really well, but I think really it
And they're
turns out that
masters.
you don't like one of these girls. But you are this group of three. But you have slightly, you kind of. It seems like you're holding her at arm's length a little
I
bit.
think you can probably, some people you can only take in
certain capacities.
So, and it's probably like a weekend here, a weekend there. Like you're fine,
Yeah.
like a dinner here, dinner there.
Yeah.
You appreciate having someone who's, I don't know, but obviously it's kind of grating on you. You're thinking, well, if I have to see you now Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, I
and
don't
get
think
lunch with you every day.
I don't
and
think
you
I
want to
can
commute
handle
together.
that. Especially because I've built a repertoire with all my new employees. You're going to come in, you're so different. What if you're gossiping to them about me and you're then and just
Changing people's opinion of me.
messing it up a little bit. I think we go straight to HR, human resources,
So
baby.
HR, let's circle back to HR.
I think we say,
By
look,
EOW.
I've got a boiling ocean problem.
the ocean is boiling.
Yeah.
I might need to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, and I think we need to just grab the low-hanging fruit here because this is really an issue in my life. I'm pregnant, as you can see. I'm fucking 8 months pregnant, Sarah, human resources lady. I need the low-hanging fruit sorted. The low-hanging fruit being
I mean,
Susan.
the thing is, she may not even get the job. Like,
I know. Honestly, you can go to HR. No, she's not going to fucking...
what can you say at HR, though? This is a personal
This is
issue.
human resources, okay? So you go to HR, you say, I have a problem in the workplace. Because this is what it's all about. I've got a problem in
We
the
have
workplace.
no experience of
We do.
HR.
We know exactly what HR is. You say, I've got a problem in the workplace. So I've got this friend. When
They're
I
going to say
friend,
this is no longer workplace related.
It is, because she's applied for this role. When I say friend, I mean someone who, is my friend, but I'm keeping her at arm's length.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we've had a bit of a dispute. Not out in the air, but kind of under the water. Low-hanging fruits. And she asked me if she could apply for a role here. I said, I'd rather you not.
I'd rather circle back in the new year.
I'd rather a circle back when I've had 3 babies or whatever. However, she still went ahead and applied for the job. I'm now concerned. I can't work next to this lady. Human resources, please help me out.
I'm a human and I need resources.
Yeah. And they'll say, okay, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, we don't want to cause problems in the workplace. I understand that her personality may clash with yours in the workplace. And yeah, I'm going to make a note of this. I'll just open up my Excel.
And just delete her file.
And I'll delete her file off the system. There we go.
By end of play.
Yeah, by the end of
And
play.
we'll circle back on email with confirmation of the above.
Yeah, by the end of play, she will not be in the system. I genuinely think...
I don't think that's how
No,
the
I
working
genuinely
world
think
works.
you can go to human resources, you can give them a heads up.
Okay.
I do. That's what it's there for. Grace can go to human resources for any issues. People can go to human resources for any issues with your boss, a colleague, an employer, anything that might happen.
All right then. Should you solve the case?
Should we just get the... Well then, give your advice then.
I'm a bit stuck. Well, I just think,
Define human resources.
I think she tried to do the right thing by asking for your permission, but she obviously was asking, really only wanting one answer from you. When you didn't really give her that answer, she kind of struck back. But I think this is one of those instances where at the end of the day, you can only control what you can control, right? What she does, it can't keep you up at night because you can't control her. You can't,
And also you don't know what
you
will
can't
happen.
grab hold of her brain and think, no, don't say that. No, don't do that. Like she is going to do what Susan wants to do. It's Susan's life. She's going to live it. And
I can imagine you're sat overthinking it. Oh, well, if she starts here, then
I
she's going
know
to start
I'd be the
gossiping
exact
to...
same. And it is just realizing look, me stressing about this doesn't change a single thing. It's only making my day worse. It's not making Susan's day worse. She's going to do what she wants to do.
Susan's out for herself, and she's
Susan's
made that
out for
very
herself.
clear. So you need to be out for yourself and go straight down to human resources.
Straight down to human resources.
Yeah. And also... I mean, exactly. You can't
But
control
I also,
her.
I would try, if she is going to get this job miraculously and be working, let's say she's at the desk next to you,
Cool.
you could try and have a more positive mindset towards it. Because I feel like you're thinking the worst before it's even started. And at the end of the day, people are going to make their own opinions about Susan.
They will.
Susan's going to have to find her own feet. She's going to have to build her own relationships, and she may not like it. She may not enjoy it, or it may actually be a blessing in disguise, and you might quite like having her as a colleague. You know, I feel like if this is going to happen, the best thing you can do for yourself is try and put yourself in a better mindset, have a better attitude towards it. Because it might...
Well, because if it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
And there's nothing you can do to stop it.
I mean, you have said, look, I would rather not mix business with pleasure. I mean, is it a case that she's jealous of you and she's coming after this job because you have it and she just wants what you've got? Some friends are like that. It's like, oh.
Or is it a case of you spoke really highly of your job, Susan didn't like hers, and she thought, well, Sarah's having a great time. I think I could do that. I might go there and work with Sarah.
But she hasn't got the job yet. She might not get the job, you know? So like until that happens.
Cross that bridge when you get to it.
And then if she does get the job and you guys are going to be working closer together, or you're going to sit, then have a conversation with her. And be like,
keep
look,
it professional.
Let's keep it professional. I know there's some people here that you might clash with, but we've got to always keep it professional. You know, I really like these people.
Yeah. I've made good relationships.
You know, I've made good relationships. Let's just try and like, I want you to have good relationships with them too. And just like have a conversation with her then. Because she hasn't even got the job yet. And I feel like she's already applied. Unless
I feel like we're thinking the worst of her before she's even given a chance to.
Yeah.
Unless I appreciate you've got your reasons because you know this woman and you know what she's like. But if she is still a friend to you at the end of the day.
She might be a completely different person when she's in the workplace.
She might.
I guess you've never witnessed her when she's like in an office or, you know, at work.
You've got to think like this is her new job.
Yeah.
She wants to do well. She wants to be well received by colleagues.
Yeah.
I don't think she's not coming into this job to sabotage you in your life.
Yeah, let's hope not. Because unfortunately, you can't break into the fucking
Human resources
computer and delete her file off the computer.
And you can't tell her not to do it because it sounds like she would then gun for it even more.
Well, and she's already done it anyway.
Yeah.
And she only gave you a heads up because she knew she'd already done it and she was just trying to cover her back.
Yeah.
So that it didn't look like she'd done it and not asked
Behind
you
your
know? But look, the good thing is that you're having a baby. It's focused on that. We're pregnant. We're glowing.
Maternity leave.
Yeah, you're going to be off in June if she starts that. We don't even know she's got the job.
Yeah.
But you're going to be off. Then it's kind of good because she can start the job without you. She can find her own feet.
Yeah.
Because otherwise she might be like clinging on to you, hanging on to you, you know. So you're going to be away in June anyway because you're going to be pushing out a baby. Big old head out your
taking those deep breaths.
Bazoon. Yeah. And you got that to focus on. That's bigger fish to fry than just Sarah starting a job.
Yeah.
We've got to raise a human now.
Good luck. But I appreciate that's like, why have you got to go and do that? I had a good thing going here and I don't want you there.
I think you can go to HR. I think you can.
I don't know what you can do. I don't know what
I think you can. It's like if you have an issue with a colleague, if you have an issue with your...
So maybe it's worth a try.
Because HR are the people who like make all the hirings and like do all the training.
Is it?
I think so. That's what I just read.
Okay.
Like they're across like hiring of the staff. They're all it's the staff organisation of the people.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. You heard it here first.
Like just.
Does anyone here listening just work in HR?
There we go. They're just like these girls. I'm just already just dealing with a HR crisis right now.
That's absolutely not my fucking job.
Just
it's a HR nightmare.
I think you could just at least like, drop them a line and just
drop them a line
and just give them a heads up.
Just circle back.
Just give them a heads up. Like it might not be the best idea to hire this person, but then you just.
But is that
then a HR issue?
Then a HR issue
could be. We're not sure. This is a serious message, I would say.
Absolutely. This is just a brief interruption to the broadcast.
There we go. A brief interruption just to merely say, please,
simple
we beg
favor
of you to please subscribe. Please subscribe.
Once again, that is please subscribe.
We're trying to hit 100K. It'd be lovely to get a plaque.
Come on, you guys are getting us pretty close.
You guys, we could put it on the wall. We could share it together. We celebrate.
It would be a team effort.
Yes, so it would be just lovely.
Please subscribe to the channel. It would mean so much to us and it helps the channel out a lot. It helps the podcast and it's a very quick, simple step. So
thank you very much for listening.
Enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
Right. 2025 brides, stand up. It's your year.
Turn it up. This one's for you. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, shout out to you, 2025 brides. Remy Ashton.
Shout out. Let's go.
Who else is getting married? Grace Beverly. Shout out.
Grace Beverly. Shout out.
Shout out to these 2025 brides.
2025 brides.
So it's approaching your summer wedding.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Have you sent all the invitations?
Are you organised?
Yeah.
Have you got the party favours?
Yeah. Yeah.
The cake.
Yeah.
Have you tasted the food?
Have you tailored your
Have
dress?
you got the band?
Have you got your veil? Have you remembered the groom's shoes? Have we? Yes, the
Bit
band booked.
corsage.
Yes, the band booked. How are the flowers looking?
Centerpieces.
Yeah.
Plates.
Is the photographer confirmed? You know, we've got
Oh
a
my God, the
lot.
photographer's just cancelled.
Got a lot to
Have
think
we got a
about.
videographer? Are we having a
Yeah.
hair trial, a makeup trial?
Yeah.
Are we having
Yeah.
bridesmaid disputes?
Yeah.
Are we firing bridesmaids?
Yeah.
Has a bridesmaid just got knocked up? You're thinking,
Fuck, we've got a big old
hell.
pregnant bridesmaid. Are we gonna knock?
Are we
yeah.
gonna knock her off?
Yeah.
The rotation.
Yeah. Well, that happens. I've seen it
That
firsthand.
happens.
I've seen it firsthand. Pregnant bridesmaid. You ain't no pregnant.
Axed.
You ain't no bridesmaid no more.
Savage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm requesting a pregnant
I
bridesmaid.
think it's cute.
I want one in the rotation.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful and cute. Yeah, I think that's lovely. Are we telling people who've just dyed their hair red, dye it back? I'm not having no bright red heads at my fucking wedding day. You've
Dial
got
it
a
back.
lot to deal
Dial
with.
it down.
And then on top of that, you're thinking, I don't want to invite him. I don't want to invite her and him. No +1s for him. No +1s.
What was that one we had a couple of weeks ago? Approved +1s
Yes.
only.
Susan is Brian is invited.
Wedding
and an
jargon,
approved.
Yeah.
And an approved +1. So you've got all that to come.
Happy wedding days, guys.
Woo! Best day of your life.
Best day of your life.
Right. So Sarah here says she's got international wedding drama. So we're not just national here. We're going international.
Mr. 305.
And she says,
Mr.
should
Worldwide.
I go?
Should I stay or should I go now?
So obviously, and it's quite a big decision, flying all the way out there
See,
for
I
someone
have
else's
never
wedding.
been to an international wedding.
I've been to 2.
You have? She's well experienced in this category.
One as adults. That was definitely an interesting.
An adult. 2 as an adult.
I was like, I guess I was an adult, yeah.
You lived at.
I think I was like a child. I definitely had a boyfriend at the time.
Definitely. Who you lived with. You were an adult.
God, I felt like I was 16 though. That didn't it?
I still feel 16 now.
That
was 10 years
didn't-
ago for me.
That for me wasn't adult Chintzia. That wasn't adult decision.
It was prefrontal lobe.
for sure.
But at the moment,
Yeah.
you felt like an adult.
For sure you do. You always do.
You're taking your boyfriend to an international wedding. You feel so grown up.
Yeah.
Please.
So yeah, I've been to 2 international weddings as an adult.
How'd you find them?
Had a great experience to be fair.
Well, that's positive.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear.
Beautiful wedding in Italy and a lovely wedding in Greece. Lots of delicious food. Nice hot summer weather. The only issue with the international weddings in the summer is the heat.
The sweat.
The sweat. This wedding is happening at 2 p.m. The sun is beating down on everyone. We're sweating. We're hot.
It needs to be a sunset vibe, really.
I know, but then it's like your wedding day's starting when the sun is setting. Let's...
I know.
Anyway. So what Sarah here's international wedding drama. Should I go? Hi girlies. Love the pod and your vlogs on YouTube. Sarah,
Wow,
thank you.
Thank you.
I'm in need of some advice. One of my best friends from uni is getting married this year in June. I have known the bride-to-be for about 7 years now. We were inseparable in school, moved into the same area after graduating, and have been there for each other and through breakups, navigating adulthood. So, you really
This is
grew
a
together
friend.
for 7 years.
Yeah.
Her and her fiancé got engaged summer 2023 in Italy.
Wow. Magic.
Oh, and decided they wanted to get married there too. Goals. Yeah,
Goals.
that's lovely.
It's very chintzy Bailey-Solo coded.
Yes. Ravello wedding. Okay. They are keeping the wedding small by only inviting their parents, siblings, and about 5 couple of friends.
Oh,
About 5
my
couples
God.
of friends. Oh, so it's intimate affair. My boyfriend is not able to make the trip.
My worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Don't fucking send me on my own, please.
I know, but it's her friend.
I don't care.
Yeah. Due
I need
to
my +1.
yes,
Because my friend's going to be busy on her wedding day. I can't hang out with her.
Yes.
She's got jobs to do.
Yes.
She's got boys to
So
marry.
you're not a bride. I mean, she must know some of the other girls. If you were
She might
another
not.
uni mate,
She might not.
yeah. Due to a work conflict, he's not able to go. But I still planned on going. This will come into play later. So we'll circle back in a
By
minute.
EOP.
Yeah.
We'll
By
circle back.
EOE. End of email.
End of email.
This comes into play later. I've no
See pictures attached, EOE.
Yeah. I have no issues traveling for a wedding, especially overseas. But this is where my dilemma begins. Okay, so we've got more to the story here. Both the bride and the groom are not the most detail-oriented people. They have also only been to Europe once, last summer, when they visited Italy for a week. They have never visited the region or venue they booked. Oh, God. That's concerning. Usually we do a little...
Could be AI.
November trip, in the winter for the
2
weekend
days.
to go and just see the venue. Selfie at the venue. At a wedding venue. See you in
Countdown
June.
is on.
Yeah, countdown is on, you guys. Okay, so you're thinking this might be a shit show. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe she's thinking, you
I
ain't
never
told
even-
me how I'm getting there. You ain't told me nothing.
You've not even visited the
What
region.
hotel is nearby.
Yeah. You've not
You
visited the
don't.
region. All right? And you're telling me where to... Yeah, because usually...
Just get married at the local church.
Usually it's like, here's a list of hotels
nearby.
that are 10 minutes
10
from the
minute
venue.
walk away. Here's the numbers to local taxi companies. I recommend booking quite soon because this hotel does seem to get quite booked up.
Yeah. We are staying in this hotel. Would
Yeah.
love all the guests to stay here too. Equally, here is a list of other hotels that are near the venue.
So like you're saying, they're not detail oriented.
right. And especially because maybe there's not that many people coming to the wedding, they're thinking,
They're
look,
quite
figure it out for
relaxed.
yourself.
Yeah, figure it out.
I may be guilty of that. Like, figure it out yourself. You're a grown woman.
You
You can get your
frontal
flight.
lobe.
You can do a bit of TikTok research and figure out where you should stay when you're in Tuscany. You could look on the map, can't you? I've given you the address of the fucking venue. But I understand it is nice to have a helping hand, Sarah. Yeah. Because you want to stay with the rest of the, especially if you're going on your own, you want to be, you want to be with the rest of the
Party.
bridal party.
Well, especially if your boyfriend's not going. You're thinking, right, so hotel
Yeah.
room for one. How am I
Want to at
getting
least
there?
have some other wedding guests there so we can all share a ride. Like, are you booking us a ride, Sarah? Are you booking us a van?
Or are we
to the
walking up
venue?
the steps?
Or are we having to book our own taxi? You got a minibus coming to collect your guests? She's
And drop
thinking,
us home again?
I don't give a fuck. You get there on time.
I'm walking down
Yeah.
the aisle at 3. You need to be there.
Are we going by foot or what? Right. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so she's asking all the same questions we would. There's been no communication about the event. Like when she expects us there by, what day the ceremony is.
What?
Or if they are offering transportation.
Are they
What do you
even
mean you
getting
don't know what
married?
day the ceremony is? Maybe it's a weekend affair. You're thinking, what is the wedding on the Saturday or the
Oh,
Sunday?
Sunday.
Sure, there's a little itinerary. Okay, so she really is not detail orientated. She's just saying, show up.
That was very polite.
yes.
Of a way to say that.
Right. I've asked her about these details. She responds, oh, I haven't thought about that. Oh, okay, yeah. Haven't thought about that. Right.
And she get
Yeah.
married in June.
Yeah. Or she say, oh, we still have time. The wedding's not for another 5 months. I mean, yes. I
She
hear that,
needs
but-
some Grace Beverly injected into her. Get some fucking
Yeah.
spreadsheets.
Yeah.
Get some timings.
Right.
Get some organisation.
Let's fly out
Get
to Grace
that plan
Beverly
that
in
Grace
LA.
Beverly's
Let's
got.
cut off her finger and let's get her DNA
Yeah.
out and let's inject it into Sarah because she needs a bit
She
of Grace
needs
Beverly in her
it.
because I'm sure Grace Beverly is her transportation
Sorted.
Everyone, all of her guests know what day that wedding is.
People know.
Yeah, people know.
People have selected what meals they're having.
Absolutely. Vegetarian, pescatarian, gluten-free. Everyone knows.
Absolutely.
So yeah, unfortunately, she needs a bit of Grace Beverly literally injected into her. That's all.
Yeah.
That's the only a piece of advice we can offer her.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, this is. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
You at least because there's no Ubers in that region. I don't think we need the local taxi company. I fear. Right. The bride and the groom are providing lodging for us. Oh, okay.
Oh.
At the villa we are renting.
Oh.
This changes everything, Sarah. This
Relax,
changes
You're fine.
everything. You're staying with the bride and the groom.
You're
We
staying
can
with the
relax.
bride and the groom. Stick with them. You'll be fine. You'll find the wedding somewhere.
Everything's changed. So you're staying in a beautiful villa with everyone. Because obviously there's
Lovely.
only about 20 people,
Possibly.
maybe 30 max people attending the wedding. So I'll say that again. The bride and the groom are providing lodging. For I'm a lodger here. Is there a space for one extra lodger?
Lodger.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's lovely.
At a villa they are renting for the week, which is very generous of them. It is. So I don't think the wedding is at said villa, but they've just, that's really nice. When they were looking at options, they were looking based on the lowest cost, since one of their main goals of having the wedding in Italy was to save money. We are in America. Fucking hell. This changes
Fucking
everything.
hell. This is the most expensive option we could have
Yeah,
chose.
this has changed everything.
We're really going international.
It's changed everything because you've got 10-hour flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
I don't, maybe you've never been to Italy. They're very relaxed over there as well. It's Italian time is different. The roads are crazy. Everyone's running late. They've never even been to the villa they're staying at. They've never even been to that makes sense why we didn't pop over for the weekend
Pop over
to
the
see
pond.
the venue. It's all making sense. And it's now making sense that you've got to do a plane ride to Italy from America on your own. It's not just that 2-hour flight.
We ain't just probably going for the weekend like we thought they would be.
Exactly. It's changed everything.
It's changed everything.
It keeps changing. The villa they ended up booking is isolated in the hills of Tuscany. Why did I know we were in Tuscany? Why did I knew we were in the region of Tuscany in the hills?
Oh my God.
We're in the Tuscan Hills. You need a car. You can't get around anywhere in the Tuscan Hills. I used to go to Tuscany every summer as a child. Every summer I'd fly to Pisa. There is no Ubers. You are isolated. You need your own car or else you ain't getting around. Sarah, can you drive?
Does the bride even know that? Does the bride think she's going to
'cause it's
order
like
an
all
Uber
these villas
in the
are-
Tuscan Hills?
I think she does, I fear. Because all these villas, it's like, we're around the bend on a hill on a dirt path.
Yeah.
Up to the villa. There's no shops around there, Sarah. You got food. You've got a chef. Is there a supermarket nearby? Maybe a 15-minute,
Who's stocking up
20-minute
the
drive.
fridge in this villa?
Right, have we got water? Basic necessities, Sarah, we don't have here. She's not thought about it.
She's not thought this through.
God, but you're a guest of the wedding thinking,
We might have to give her your number
we're in
to
the-
give her some Tuscan
we're
guidance.
in the Tuscan Hills. We're in the Tuscan Hills. I mean, beautiful.
Stunning.
Absolutely stunning. But we
But
can't
needs
survive
a
off
bit of
views.
organisation.
Yeah, we can't survive off just views and beautiful
And
greenery,
fresh
Sarah.
air and sunshine.
Yeah. Okay.
Goes a long way, but don't go that far.
Yeah. So the villa they ended up booking is isolated in the hills of Tuscany. No walking distance to a town or public transportation, meaning I will probably need to rent a car. Exactly. You will have to rent a car, Sarah.
Smart.
Because if you get dropped off at the villa, if you do, if you booked a car to drop you off at your villa, then you're stuck there anyway.
Yeah.
You can't get around. You can't walk anywhere.
Unless you bring your walking boots. How much allowance you got in that suitcase?
Fucking hell, they're heavy. I fear we don't know. Right. Right, so you're thinking, I need to rent a car. This is all a lot for you to handle on your own as well. This villa also had the perfect amount of rooms for the families and friends because the groom's father was insistent he would not be staying at that villa. Okay.
Family drama.
However-
We'll save that for another time.
Yeah. However, the dad has now decided he will be staying at the
Oh,
villa,
will you now? Okay.
meaning they no longer have enough rooms to accommodate each person/couple. Oh, so now you've been
So
kicked
you've
out
been
of the
kicked
lodge.
out because you're a single person
You've been
now.
kicked out of the lodge.
Couples get priority.
I mean, surely she should get a priority because you're coming solo. Anyway,
But,
So-
yeah, if it's all double bed, well, it makes sense to
and
put a couple
I
in
guess
there.
this is the groom's father. What's
It's quite a key role.
So I received a text from the bride the other night saying that instead of getting my own room, oh my God, you're on the floor. No, she's not quite on the floor. But instead of getting my own room, I'll be staying on a pull-out sofa in one of the communal areas of the villa.
You'll be on a lilo in the pool.
And you're thinking, Sarah, you've not even been to this fucking villa.
Sorry, so you're sleeping on an air mattress in the kitchen,
You're on the sofa in the communal area, meaning you're in the living room.
which means you can't go to bed whenever you want.
No.
You've got to wait till every single person
You can't even
is
close.
tucked
yeah.
away. You can't even close a door.
You can't close the door. And, go,
And also,
"I'm gonna-"
first thing in the morning, people stomping in, putting the coffee
No.
machine on.
And then it's like, the father of the groom. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God.
I don't want to be chatting to you. I don't want to be chatting to you.
I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah, I don't want to be chatting to you. Every day of my life. It's just a lot more now to think of.
Yeah.
I mean, lovely bonding time, but yeah, talking to the elders. It's the elders, isn't it?
Got to respect the elders as well.
Of course, yeah, you got to
This is
respect
the
them.
time when I am making an excuse for why I won't be there.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I think I'm going to break my leg in about May. My leg's
I
going to be
think
broken.
I might need to do something.
Right, okay, so you're just thinking this is getting worse and worse.
And
Right.
closer and closer.
Yeah, let's read on. So she just said, let you know, you're not going to have your own room. You're actually going to be on the sofa in the communal area. I mean, at least she's letting you know. She mentioned, and you can't really argue it because they've paid for it.
Yeah.
It's like you could moan, but how ungrateful are you?
This is free lodging.
Yeah, it's free lodging in Italy in the Tuscan Hills. Right. And also that'll be a hard sofa. You'll have one little sheet like that. It's going to be a paper thin pillow. I know what these Italian places are like.
She knows.
No duvets, rock hard mattress, rock hard pillows, one little thin sheet. That's how Italians do it. Right. No aircon in there as well. I'll tell you that now. No aircon. You'll be sweating up a storm.
Ceiling fan, surely, no?
What, blowing around the boiling hot air? You think in these old villas they've got aircon and even a ceiling fan? It's stone.
Stone. It's stone.
So she mentioned they had to rearrange the rooms because certain family members need to be separated because they don't get along.
Come on, let's keep reading.
Sorry. But
I can't pause at every sentence.
But now she's thinking everyone's going to be arguing around me. It's not like everyone's going to,
It's politics.
Yeah.
It's family politics.
Right.
It's entertainment. You can sit back and enjoy it.
I'm going to get my head down and read now, unless something really crazy crops up. So, look, just let you know, because certain family members need to be separated because they don't get along. I do not know anyone else on this trip, and having zero privacy for an entire week, especially if the family is tense and fighting.
I ain't going. You aren't paying me to go to this shindig. Yeah. Sorry.
Especially if the family is tense and fighting, it's making me a bit anxious. I understand they are paying for the lodging. So I am at their mercy.
To be sleeping on the floor.
But what happens when you need to get changed? Like, when you've got the fucking groom's dad walking, like, it's a communal area. Like, this is the fucking TV room. Like, so I'm at their mercy. But I feel.
Imagine, guys, let's get out of here now. Come on, this is Sarah.
Come on, Sarah needs to get. You just sat there. You can't say anything. Come on, guys. Sarah needs to go to bed now. Come on. Sarah needs to get changed. She needs to get ready for the wedding. Poor Sarah.
There's no privacy.
No privacy in the Tuscan Hills on your own. Can't even hop in an Uber and go and escape into the town because you're fucking 30 minutes away from Florence or whatever. Okay, but I feel slighted that I was the first to get knocked out of a room just because I don't have my boyfriend with me. Right, so the couples, they get a room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get why you'd be annoyed by that, but also that is just how it goes, unfortunately. Because it's either two people sleeping on the floor or one.
Yeah.
And they're thinking, well, Sarah, you can sleep on the sofa. Yeah. A couple can't sleep on one sofa. So it is, you are unfortunately.
But you know who can sleep on the sofa bed? The father of the groom. The father of the groom. And you know who else
but
can
he
sleep
might
on
be
the sofa
contributing.
Bed? The bride. The bride. I feel you can sleep on it, Sarah. Susan, come on. Right? This could be the honeymoon
all
suite.
here after all.
Why don't you turn this communal room into the honeymoon suite? How about that?
Yeah. Let's get some rose petals on here.
That's only fair, I fear. Right.
You are the hosts after all.
You're the host after all. You should be first in the communal areas at all times.
I am your guest.
Right. I also have a suspicion that when the bride found out my partner wasn't coming, she told the dad to stay at the villa, and putting me on the sofa was their plan from the beginning. So you're thinking you've done this on purpose. So you're just thinking this bride is out to get you. She's thinking she's out to get her. Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting that your mind would go there for your friend's
Maybe
wedding.
something like that has happened before.
Maybe.
This is not the first time. We're reading my mind. This is not the first time I've been pushed to the side in our friendship either. Right, you're not going.
Okay.
You're not going.
Okay.
You're not going.
I think you're going to break your leg.
She also knows I'm a
Tuesday said.
pushover. And won't be confrontational or stick up for myself. Yeah, so you were the easiest option to demote to the sofa. Simple as that.
The communal area.
I started looking around at hotels in the area because I'm not comfortable with the current arrangement. The cost of the rooms are quite expensive and would push my budget for the trip beyond what I can afford. I want to go and support her. I understand they want to save money, but I feel like the guests are picking up a large expense instead. What, their sanity? Or staying in
Their
the villa?
well-being.
The large expense is my sanity, Sarah.
And my peace.
Yeah. Had I known these would... the flights have got to be a lot.
Fortune.
Because at least if we're in England, we can catch a flight to Italy for £100,
Yeah.
But I'm assuming upwards of $1,000.
$600 maybe.
Yeah. Had I known these would be the situation from the beginning, I would not have committed to going. I know I sound whiny and ungrateful. but I need some advice. Do I still go and stay at the villa on the sofa bed and be uncomfortable for a week?
No.
Do I try to get out of going?
Yes.
I've been holding out buying my plane tickets because I'm anxious about the whole thing and have been questioning if I really want to go. I know if I don't go, this will put a huge dent in our friendship. Yeah, because it's just like, well, she didn't come to my wedding.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah.
You're not friends after that.
No.
Especially when, like you said, you were going.
Yeah.
Thank you for any help and advice. P.S. Please come on tour in America. Oh, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you,
The
Sarah.
New York girlies love you over here. No one in America listens to us, Sarah, apart
No
from
one
you,
knows
I
us in
bet.
America apart from you,
Yeah.
apparently.
I attach pics. She's the blonde and the brunette. Oh,
Okay.
let's have a look. This is a lot. This is a lot.
If this were me, I wouldn't be going.
Yeah.
But that's just the kind of person I
Yeah.
am.
Sometimes
Because-
you have to do things that you don't want to do. So it's whether
True.
you value. Sometimes you have to do things for the sake of other people, right? Because, you know, you've got to make the effort. So it depends how much you value this friendship.
But if it's going to cost you your peace,
Right.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
Not doing it.
But it depends how much you value this friendship.
Absolutely.
Do you see yourself having a friendship with this lady in 10 years' time? Do you see yourself bringing your kids and her kids round to, you know, play? Do you see her being, like, do you see her coming to your wedding?
It's also,
you know?
I guess, gauging her as an individual. Because if I was the bride, and it's hard to put yourselves in those shoes when you're not a bride, because I imagine the pressure does get to you. But if one of my close friends was in this situation and her partner could no longer come, and I was like, look, I'm really sorry, but it's going to be the sofa. Like, I was flying everyone out to fucking Los Angeles, California. I genuinely...
But everyone has to pay for their own plane ticket.
Yeah, I genuinely don't... I feel as though I would be like, I get it if you don't want to come. Like,
And just put that out there.
and just, yeah. But I'm getting the vibe that maybe your friend is like, if you don't come to my wedding, I'm never going to forgive you. You know, she might be that way inclined, which
But then
I can also appreciate.
She is slightly taking an advantage of you. You're saying that she's kind of pushed you to the side before in your friendship.
That's what I mean. Like, what's the vibe here with you guys?
The vibe doesn't seem that great. And then you're saying that she knows you're a pushover. She knows that you're not confrontational. So you're the easiest target to demote to the sofa. Like, that's unfair.
Well, it's also
So she's
just-
seeing you
I
as
do-
like the, you know, she's so, well,
I
Sarah,
do just think that it's a really big ask to get
put
to,
you in a
to
house.
fly,
Yeah.
you know, 6+ hours on your own without, it's not like you and your boyfriend can go and make it your summer holiday and have a summer holiday in Italy and be there together and figure out
Rent
your
the car
own
together
accommodation,
and drive
rent a car,
around.
go to the
Yeah.
wedding. Like, it's a big ask, you know, for you to do that all on your own. I wouldn't want to do that on my own. I wouldn't want to get on a transatlantic flight on my own to go to someone's wedding where I'm not going to know anyone. I'm going to be sleeping on the sofa for a week and I'm not even really being assisted in terms of comms and dates. And I would be like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry, but I don't feel comfortable doing that. Sounds like it's going to be horrible. So,
Can you bring your mum and make a little mum and daughter trip?
but then your mum's not invited to the wedding.
Yeah, she can, yeah.
I don't know. It just,
Yeah.
I feel like,
It's literally, if you don't go to this wedding, yeah, your friendship won't recover probably. So it's
unless
whether
she is
understanding.
relaxed, you know, she sounds quite chill. She's not very
She
detail
does.
orientated. You know, what would the response be if you said, Sarah, can we get a coffee next week? Like, we'd love to see you, New Year, yeah. And you just said, look, like, I want to talk to you really openly, really candidly, because I have been really worrying about your wedding because, you know, the situation, you know, unfortunately, Brian can't come, so I'm on my own. And, you know,
Sofa
I'm
bed.
obviously now, you know, in the communal areas, which I appreciate, you know, the groom is obviously priority over me, a guest.
Obviously, you know, the communal areas and so,
Yeah,
no
but-
privacy.
It's just giving me a lot of worry, and I don't really want to travel that far on my own and get to the villa on my, you know, there's a lot that I'm thinking about, and I'm not sure if
It's something that
it's
is
something that I
possible
can
for
do.
me. And then she'll be like, don't worry, we'll sort it all out. Don't worry, it's going to be great. Oh, don't worry, everyone's
Fuck.
lovely. You're going to get along with everyone. It's going to be great. You're going to love Tuscany. I've never been.
Never seen it.
I've never been, but you're going to love it.
And then you're just going to say, okay, we're going to follow up on email afterwards.
Yeah. You know what? Let's just, look, we're not trying to boil the ocean here, Sarah. Are we? It's a
One
wedding.
thing at a
We're
time.
not trying to boil the ocean. It's simply
Supposed to be
wedding.
fun.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a celebration.
Yeah, you know, all it is low-hanging fruit. Okay, so we're going to circle back around and you're going to feel much better about this in May, okay? You're going to be excited about my wedding.
Depends on your vibe. Listen, you aren't going to force me to do anything
And something
I don't
that
want to do.
is making you anxious, you know,
That's exactly it.
and money.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
that's a
spending
lot.
my money to do this. And, you know, maybe think about it like this. Like, if it was reverse and this was your wedding, would she do this for you? Would she come alone without
There
her
you go.
partner? Would she sleep, on, the sofa?
bed?
Or would she be like, no, sorry, Sarah, the stars aren't aligning here.
I bet she wouldn't.
I'm going to back out. It's not looking like it's possible.
Because also, for these international brides, this is you.
you already know you're asking a lot
Exactly.
of your
The
guests.
moment you decide that you're having an international wedding, you know that people aren't gonna make it because
Yeah.
of that, and because of all that. You know, it's not like
The costs incurred.
I'm
and the time.
Her wedding's at, you know, it's tomorrow, half an hour
Yeah,
away.
I'll get the
and,
train down.
You know, no hotels. You know, it's just a train or whatever. Like, international brides know that people aren't going to be able to make it. So I do think it's reasonable. I think it's fine for you to say, look, it's a long haul on my own. I only know you. I'm going to have to sit it out. Like, especially the communal areas. I've been looking at hotels. They're all really expensive. I feel really anxious about, you know, everyone's fighting and, you know, it's just... And
I
just
want
let
to
her
be
know in
there to
person.
support you in other ways, you know, on the lead up, everything. You could even send them, try and get them like a basket of flowers or champagne or something to arrive at the villa on
that
the
would
day.
be really nice.
Like,
That would
so
be-
you're kind of appreciating the presents.
That would be a really lovely thing to do. Yeah,
But
something that's
don't let
waiting at the
someone
villa.
force you or make you feel bad to doing something you don't want to do.
And I don't like
That's
that
what I
she
say.
knows you're a pushover and she's doing that
Exactly.
willingly.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either because she
But
knows.
in the same breath, if this is your
Yeah.
ride or die
Yeah.
friend,
Depends how much you value this friendship, end of the day. Because sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do, go to people's weddings that you don't want to go to, can't be bothered, blah, blah, blah. I would rather just sit at home. But if you value her friendship, then maybe just try. But if I'm not saying you don't value her friendship, but do you know what I
know.
mean? Or, you know, yes, can your mum, can your sister come? Obviously, they can't come to the wedding, but we could stay at a hotel. Then I'll just be gone for the day when it's the wedding. I don't know. Is there like another trip we can slot into this with, you know, a mum or a sister or an auntie?
yeah, possibly.
And then
It's a good idea.
maybe the +1 space is still, oh, come on, mum, come. Maybe it's still open if your boyfriend was allowed to come. And then you can make it a little like week trip in Italy with your mum.
Yeah, and that's your summer holiday.
That's, I think, what I would try and do. I'd be like, Mum, you've got to come with me. Yes, I'll be gone on that day, but
you can just sit at the pool.
yeah. You can sit at the pool and have some nice food. I'll be back at midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So
it's tricky.
only you know
it is hard.
the dynamics. But yeah, a lot of people would not be willing to fly that far on their own.
Yeah.
Point blank.
And I
anyway.
also think most people, like, if you're asking people to travel across the Atlantic Ocean
on their dime.
on their dime,
Yes, she's paying for the lodging.
I feel like
understand.
most people would be understanding if it was like, you know, he can't come. I don't want to go on my own. I'd be like, yeah, I get it, of course. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to ask you to do that.
Yeah.
Simple as.
Yeah, I know.
So you might just get that response from her. She might be like, yeah, I get it. It's fine. Like, I wouldn't want to go either.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Especially
Okay,
on the
maybe-
sofa bed. Fuck.
No, it's
It's
just
not
like,
even like you're in town. Like you can't even like walk to a little shop and grab some food.
Well, it's also
or,
just
like,
the whole feeling of like, I don't really feel like you're hosting us here. Like, I'm kind of left to my own devices about what flight are we all getting? How far away is the venue? You haven't even seen it. Like, I just feel a bit like I'm out on my own here, fending for myself when you've invited us all to this. You need to host your guests, and we're all a bit clueless. But maybe she's going to bring it together at the last minute. Who knows?
Sounds like she is. Sounds like she's. I mean, she's got to get to the venue, hasn't she? From the villa.
Yeah.
She's going to have to book something. She books a 2-seater car. All right, guys, see you there.
See you there.
Hello.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a tricky one.
Well, it's going to be. I'm sure it'll be a beautiful wedding in the
I'm
Tuscan
sure it will
Hills.
be gorgeous.
I mean, Tuscany.
You might
at
have a
that
lovely time. But it just sounds like something
It's
that
whether
would stress
you are
me
in the
out.
space to be like, okay, I'm going to seek. This is a solo trip.
Yeah.
I'm going to embrace.
Get in the right mindset.
Yeah, I'm going to embrace that I'm going to be out on my own. in Italy, fending for myself. And some people embrace that. They love solo trips. It's like, yes, this is my opportunity. Yes, I can have a week away from my boyfriend and, something new, meet new people, travel a new place, go out on my own, drive
That's
a car
some
around
people's
my
idea
own.
of heaven.
Some people will really be like,
Thrive.
yes, that's my opportunity to just have a lovely, but if you're not in that mindset, I understand.
Right, we'll try and keep this quick. We've got here, have I done the wrong thing by telling my best friend that her boyfriend cheated?
No.
So you were obviously in that situation of, I know something, should I tell them, should I not? You decided to tell her, and now you're thinking maybe that was the wrong decision.
I think
Interesting.
that's definitely obviously we don't know the facts.
Hey ladies, I'm obsessed with the pod. Can't wait to see you in Australia soon.
Sarah, what? That's so cool.
Yay. Coming around quick. I have a dilemma involving my best friend, Sarah, and her boyfriend, Brian.
Right.
Interesting. She spelled Brian with a Y. Must be the Australian spelling.
Brian.
I became friends with Sarah through my husband, who is also friends with Brian. Moving from Canada to Australia was tough.
Wow.
Making friends wasn't easy, but Sarah and I grew very close over the years. The four of us, me, my husband, Sarah, her Brian, often hanging out together. Lovely.
God, and then it all goes downhill.
Here
doesn't it?
is where it gets complicated. Brian once confessed to my husband that he cheated on Sarah. My husband told me, but made me promise not to tell Sarah.
Over my dead body. What? Over my dead fucking body, Brian.
Right? No, I don't know about that actually.
Well,
You've
It'd be
met
the case of-
Sarah. You're with your boyfriend, right? Your boyfriend's got a new best mate.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's not your bezzy mate.
Yeah, all right,
you
all
know
right,
this
yeah,
person
yeah.
through,
Yeah.
but you have grown close.
But now-
I would be very, very conflicted.
but now you've
But
put
also,
me.
that's my husband.
But now you've put me in this situation. Every time I see them,
But we don't keep secrets. We're husband and wife. How could I not tell you?
Well, I know. Thank you for telling me. Obviously.
It's a hard situation to put you in.
Yeah. But then it's like,
But it's friendship. Anyway, right.
We're
Feeling conflicted, I kept the secret for 4 years. Recently, we were all hanging out and Brian pulled me aside.
What do you mean? Wait, Brian is the other
The
husband.
boyfriend.
Well,
He mentioned that he'd run into a mutual friend of ours. Let's call her Melissa.
Wait. Is Brian her husband?
No.
Brian's the
Brian
other guy.
is-
Brian's the cheat.
Brian claimed my husband had also seen Melissa after him, implying my husband cheated on me. Okay, so
Yeah, all right. Get off your
Brian's-
high horse, you
yeah.
fucking cheat.
Brian's
yeah.
gone, I ran into a mutual friend. I didn't realize we had a mutual friend. Melissa? Yeah, do you know Melissa? And then he's gone, yeah,
Melissa?
I think I actually saw her hanging out with
You're
Stephen.
Yeah, get off your fucking high
Naturally.
horse. Yeah, because he thinks you don't know. Twat.
Naturally, I confronted my husband later that night.
Yeah.
He denied it completely, swearing on our daughter's life, something he'd never do unless
Yeah.
he was telling the truth.
Yeah.
Of course, I believed him.
Yeah.
While
Oh, God.
Brian was feeding me this lie,
It's getting messy, eh?
Sarah approached us and Brian quickly told me, don't say anything to Sarah. I haven't told her that I ran into Melissa yet. Then, right in front of me, he casually tells Sarah he ran into Melissa. Okay.
Why don't we talk to Melissa? Melissa?
Later, Sarah and I went off to talk. She was upset, not because Brian, ran into Melissa, but because he'd hid it from her. During our conversation, she shared that she and Brian had been discussing taking the next step in their relationship and trying for a baby. She also told me that she had asked Brian if he had anything to confess before they moved forward. Weird question to ask your boyfriend anyway, so she obviously knows something's not quite right. She said she would forgive him with no consequences if he came clean about anything. Brian assured her there was nothing to confess. Okay, so
What
that
a
whole Melissa
bizarre-
was just a weird side plot, I think. At that moment, I decided to tell her what I'd known for years. That Brian had cheated on her with someone she'd already been suspicious about.
Shh, I'm speechless.
Here is my dilemma. Sarah is now not speaking to me. It feels like a classic shoot the messenger situation.
Yeah.
She's angry that I didn't tell her sooner.
Yeah.
And even though I've apologized repeatedly for that, I now regret saying anything at all. Was it too late? Or should I have kept the secret forever? Did I do the wrong thing by telling her? Additionally, the lie Brian told about my husband is just a weird thing to do anyway. I don't know why he's trying to cause
Was he
problems
just
for
trying to
us.
like make himself feel better that he's harboring all these
He
secrets?
obviously was trying to sabotage
Yeah.
a good thing. Should we cut these people out of our lives? Sorry, there's so much going on. Love you. Pictures attached. I'm on the left.
Love
Sarah's
ya.
on the right.
Stop.
You look like lovely girls.
Oh, poor Sarah. And poor you.
Oh, look, here's the couples. This is
Stop.
the
Where's the
cheat.
cheat? Zoom in on him, please. Looks like a cheat. Stop. Stop.
You're
Stop.
gonna cry. This is the happy family.
These are the happy
Oh
people,
my
yeah?
god!
This isn't
you
the cheat, is
guys.
it? This is the happy
not-
family.
This is the happy family.
Zoom in. Oh, we're matching PJs.
That's the best thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
Of course, because we're in Australia, we're in little short PJs.
For Christmas,
Tops.
our Christmas PJs are shorts. Of course they are.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah.
So this is interesting,
This is
actually,
tricky.
because we do get dilemmas a lot. Like, I know something, should I tell her? And in this instance, you've told her and you wish that you hadn't. So it's interesting, actually, to see it from this perspective.
Well, and it did seem to be the perfect moment to tell her, I do think.
If there was ever a moment, that was a good
yeah,
one.
because she's expressing to you how, look, I've said to Brian, before we have this baby, you know, obviously we've had suspicions before and, you know, accusations fine, but confess now. I will forgive, move on, but confess now. And he said,
Before we start this new chapter.
yeah, before like I have a baby with you. And he said, there is nothing to confess. So like he's being so deceitful there that like that's scary.
Yeah.
And she thought, right, you can't right now if you're gonna have a baby with this guy, I have to tell you. And it did seem to be the perfect moment for it. It did. But then you're thinking, was the perfect moment when I found out 4 years ago, so she could break up with this guy and have 4 years of 4 years of her life? It's really tricky. It's really tricky. I mean,
You were just put in an awkward situation there because
like you had a friendship in Australia, you know, you found
Yeah.
a friend and you were like, okay, well, if I tell her this, then obviously Brian and Steve aren't going to have a friendship anymore. She's not going to want to hang out with me.
and also like my husband
Yeah.
has made me promise
Yeah.
not to tell.
yeah, because his best friend told him.
Yeah. You're not going to go against your husband
And then
to
you
tell
know,
this woman that you've known for maybe a year, 2 years.
And when you want to forget about something, you will. You know, it's
Yeah,
like,
you
well,
can
let's
forget
just-
about it.
You know, you can. I know you can just forget about it. Like,
Yeah.
especially after years and years.
I
Right,
think you were just
so-
put in a really hard situation there. But to be honest, it does sound like these people are
Bit
just-
toxic, bit back and
Yeah.
forth. Sounds like there has been. She's had suspicions before. Never obviously had
they
any
don't
solid
sound
evidence.
like the most positive people you could have in your life.
Yeah, and I don't like Brian being sneaky about this whole Melissa business.
Yeah.
Like that's giving jealous. It's giving sabotage.
It's giving sabotage.
You know,
it's
so it's-
giving like I'm trying to plant seeds of. I'm trying to
Yeah.
cause you guys an argument tonight
because
when
I
you go
see how
home.
genuinely happy you are. Obviously, he's unhappy in his relationship. He's a cheat.
So he wants you
You
guys to be
know?
unhappy. Well, he's got relationship problems, so he wants everyone to have a relationship
He's got a
problem.
sickness. That's a sickness. If you're cheating on someone 4 years ago, telling your best friend, and then obviously doing all sorts, and then lie, like you're not like that's.
It's
not,
unfortunate that he told your husband, and then because if you'd never have known, you never had known.
Exactly. If you'd never have known, you know, but you had to let it. Like she was thinking about having a baby with him. You had to be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Because that was his moment to come clean and say, "Oh look, 4 years ago, I cheated on
think-
you," and he didn't. Sophia, she
Yeah.
even said, "I will forgive you." You don't like
I think if this
this
were
is
me,
the deceit.
you know, I'd be talking to my husband like, what are we thinking about these folks? What are we thinking about
Yeah,
these people?
folks. This guy's obviously
Do we want them, you know, in our lives? It's all really kicked off, X, Y, and
Yeah.
Z. Like, how are you feeling about it? Like, how do you feel
Yeah.
about Brian? Like, what's the vibe
Yeah.
here? And maybe you decide as a couple to kind of like keep them up. I mean, naturally, I think the relationship is going to
break
fizzle
down.
out a little bit
Yeah.
because it's quite turbulent at the moment. So I feel like they're probably not going to want to hang out with you guys as a couple,
But
you know,
surely-
in the coming weeks.
They're not staying together.
They might. Well, she said she was going to forgive anything.
I know, but she found out in the way that she didn't want to find out.
She did, yeah. But
you
then
know, I've
she
been
may-
embarrassed now because
Yeah.
now all of you have been keeping the secret from me for 4 years. I've been blindsided. I gave you the opportunity, Brian, to come clean and confess. You said you had nothing to confess. That is deceit. That is lies. That's just blatant up lies to me. And I meant to then stay with you, this liar, and have a
And
baby
have a
with you.
child.
Absolutely fucking not. I mean,
and I also, I wouldn't be so hard on yourself. I think she is angry at you right now, but
She's
a
not
lot of
blaming
that
you.
anger is direct. It's just misdirected anger, I think. Like,
Yeah.
she's got a lot of emotions going on. Her world is falling apart right now. Yes, she feels betrayed because she thinks, oh my God, so the whole
My
4
best-
years
my good
when we've
friend.
been laughing and joking, you've known about this. So yeah, she is going to be hurt, which she has a right to be. But I think she will also appreciate that you were in a really difficult position. And you were trying to keep the promise to your husband. Like, at the end of the day, she's angry at her partner, husband, whatever he is to her, boyfriend.
I mean, the villain in this story
And I think
is Brian.
you're gonna see how it plays out. She's either gonna reach out to you, she's not. I think she's gonna make the decision for you on whether you guys are gonna be mates or not. But they do sound like not the. He just said, I don't like.
I think he
him.
is the issue.
Yeah.
Brian is the issue. It's like, I don't want.
I
like,
wouldn't want someone like that in my life around my relationship.
Yeah, like being a good friend of Steve. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, if that was my husband, I'd be really looking at him sideways and say, this is really your mate.
Yeah.
This is really your good friend. This
because
cheat,
you are who
this
you
liar.
surround yourself with. You know?
This cheat, this liar, and you still want to hang out with him and be good friends with him. Like, I don't like him. I don't want to associate myself with him anymore.
I think it's just it's a time to question a lot, but I think you're going to see how things play out because I think a lot of it's going to depend on whether they get back together, whether they break up.
I mean, you can reach out, you could say your piece, send her a nice message, say you're thinking of her. If she ever needs anything, you're there, for her. And just kind of let her know like that and just be there for her. Be like, I'm not going anywhere. I appreciate you're angry at me right now.
sidelines.
But the people that we should be hating on is Brian. But then I too would be angry if someone was keeping that from me for 4 years.
It's a lot to deal with. You can see it from both sides.
And I don't know if I could forgive a friend who knew my boyfriend was cheating on me for 4 years, to be honest. And they never told me for 4 years. So she may well not want to be friends with you again, and you have to respect that.
And then it's like, decision made for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're questioning whether you wanted these people in your life. They've made the decision for you. Easy done.
Yeah, and also you don't want it to start causing problems between you and Stephen.
That's the last thing you want.
need is, Brian saying one thing, her saying what, and you two are in the middle, and then it's like causing you guys tension. But that's a really tricky
situation to be in.
Really tricky. Because hindsight is
but
a beautiful
you just
thing,
also
isn't it?
You can't be too hard on yourself because you got to think, look, what's done is done. At the end of the day, like
at the end of the day, we're going to circle back.
It's not our relationship.
We're not trying to boil the ocean here.
We're not trying to boil the ocean. I did what I thought was best in the moment.
Yeah.
You can't be mad at yourself for that.
You've at least told her before she has a child with her.
Yeah.
But it's really shit.
That's a really complicated
But you may
thing to
not
go
have a
through.
friendship ever again, but it's what it is, isn't it? It is what it is, as good as it gets. I know you won't believe this kind of loving. You really need this kind of loving. Cody, we love you, babes.
We love you, Cody. See you soon. 2
Don't
weeks.
start making me run around.
Countdown's on. All right, guys.
Woo!
Well, I
It's
think
gonna
that brings us to the end of the episode.
What wisdom do we need today?
Bestow.
Quite a lot, I fear.
We would also take this moment to say, if you would like an
Yes.
extra episode of the podcast, you can get it every single Monday over on
can
Patreon.
indeed.
We have 2 big fat episodes a week if you want them.
Absolutely. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and all of those places on
Can.
YouTube.
And as always, you can email your dilemmas to hello@thegirlsbathroom.com.
I am finding us a quote for.
And let me have a look as well. What about this?
Okay, great. I had nothing.
We've got, and sometimes being human means that we make mistakes. We feel regret. We struggle with guilt. We make unhealthy choices. We overshare. Our vulnerability can feel too raw. We wish we could change things, even erase them. Yet through these lived moments, there's room for self-forgiveness. There's room for growth. There's room for leaning into our humanness with love, compassion, and care. There's room for being human. That's pretty
How
beautiful.
beautiful is that? Right, round of applause to end the episode.
That gives every vibe that we need this week. Okay, guys, we love you so
And
much. Have a good week.
yeah.
Make good choices.
Shout out to all the
Circle
2025
Circle back
brides.
next Wednesday. Okay, guys.
Don't forget, you can't boil the ocean, guys. All right, love ya.
Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.